My stepdaughter replaced me with her biological father at her engagement party, then publicly humiliated me, saying, "You were never a father to me." But when her wedding fell apart, I wasn't there to help. Hey Reddit, I never thought I'd be the type of guy to post something like this, but here I am. Maybe I just need to get this off my chest, or maybe I want someone to tell me I'm not crazy for feeling this way. Either way, here goes. My name's Robert, I'm 45, married, more on that later, and I've spent the last 20 years of my life raising a daughter who isn't biologically mine, Anna, my stepdaughter, my little girl, at least I thought she was. I met her mother Sarah when Anna was just 6. Her biological father Mark walked out before she even started kindergarten, never called, never sent a birthday card, nothing, just vanished. I stepped in. I was the one who held her hand on the first day of school when she was too scared to go inside. I stayed up with her when she had the flu, rocking her to sleep on the couch while she burned up with fever. I paid for her violin lessons, even though she quit after 3 months. I taught her how to ride a bike. I clapped the loudest at her high school graduation. I paid for her college, helped her move into her first apartment. I was dad, at least until last Saturday, until the night she made it very clear to everyone in the room that I was nothing. The engagement party from hell. Anna just got engaged to her boyfriend Ethan, decent guy, smart, treats her well, no complaints there. She wanted a big engagement party, something fancy. I was happy for her, proud even. I thought I'd be sitting at the main table right next to her and Sarah. I thought I'd be the one she'd thank in her speech. I thought wrong. The party was huge, a fancy venue, a live band, overpriced catering, the whole deal. I walked in expecting to be seated near her, instead I found my name card at a table near the exit, wedged between Sarah's distant cousins and some plus ones I didn't even know. I tried to shake it off, maybe it's a mistake, I told myself. She's probably just overwhelmed with the planning. But then about an hour in, she gets up to make a speech. She raises her glass, smiling at the crowd and says, "I just want to take a moment to thank everyone who has supported me, who has always been there no matter what. And most of all, I want to thank my real father Mark for coming tonight. I love you, Dad." I swear for a second I thought I misheard, but nope, people clapped, some even cheered. And then he stood up, Mark, the man who disappeared off the face of the earth when Anna was a kid, the guy who didn't even send her not even a single Christmas card. He strutted up to her like he belonged there, and she hugged him like he was the greatest man alive. I felt like I was suffocating. I turned to Sarah, waiting for her to say something, to look even a little bit guilty, but she just sipped her wine and mumbled, "Don't take it personally, Robert, don't take it personally." I sat there frozen while guests lined up to take photos with Anna and her real father. And then it got worse. I waited for the crowd to clear a little, then walked up, forcing a smile. "Hey sweetheart, can we get a quick picture together?" She barely looked at me before flashing this fake, almost pitying smile. "Oh sorry, Robert, but I want a picture with my real family." And just like that, I was nothing. People laughed, someone even muttered, "Oof, that's rough." Mark grinned, throwing an arm around Anna like he'd been there her whole life. Sarah, she just sat there, didn't say a word. I swallowed hard, nodded, and walked back to my table. I don't remember much of the rest of the night, just that I left early, and that nobody even noticed. I've done everything for that girl, and in front of everyone, she erased me. And the worst part, I still wasn't ready for what came next. I didn't sleep that night after I left the party. I drove around aimlessly for hours, replaying it over and over in my head, the laughter, the look on Anna's face when she dismissed me like I was some distant uncle, the way Mark basked in the attention like he was actually proud of himself. By the time I got home, Sarah was already in bed. I stood in the doorway of our bedroom, staring at her in the dim light. She was scrolling through her phone like nothing had happened. "Were you ever going to say anything?" I finally asked. She sighed, setting her phone down. "Robert, it's not a big deal," I laughed, but there was nothing funny about it. "Not a big deal?" I repeated. "She humiliated me in front of everyone, and you just sat there." Sarah pinched the bridge of her nose like I was being unreasonable. She didn't mean it like that. She just wanted a perfect night, and you know how she feels about Mark. She feels about him? I snapped, the guy who left her, the guy who didn't even call her for 15 years, that's who she wants to play dad now. Sarah exhaled slowly like she was tired of this conversation already. "Robert, please don't turn this into something it's not." I ran a hand through my hair, trying to control the storm of emotions inside me. "She erased me, Sarah, in front of everyone, and you let her." She finally looked up at me then, not with guilt, not with regret, just exhaustion. "She's an adult now," she said flatly. "She can make her own choices." I stared at her, waiting for some flicker of realization, some moment where she'd understand how deep this cut me. Nothing. It was in that moment that I knew, I didn't just lose Anna that night, I lost Sarah too. The fallout begins. The next morning, I woke up to a text from Anna. "Hope you got home safe. Sorry if last night upset you, but it was important for me to honor my real father. Hope you understand." Hope I understand. I stared at the message, debating whether to respond. I wanted to tell her everything I was feeling, that she had gutted me, that she had taken 20 years of my love and thrown it away like it was nothing. Instead, I just put my phone down. I wasn't going to beg. By the afternoon, I started getting messages from family members. Some were sympathetic, "That was really unfair to you, man. I don't know why she did that, you raised her." Others not so much, "You shouldn't make this about you. She just wanted a special night, Robert, let it go." Let it go? Let go of 2 decades of sacrifices, let go of every bedtime story, every scraped knee I bandaged, every time I showed up while Mark disappeared without a trace. Yeah, sure. I didn't respond to any of them, I couldn't. Then later that evening, Sarah tried to act like nothing happened. I was sitting at the kitchen table, still trying to wrap my head around everything when she walked in like it was just another day. "What do you want for dinner?" she asked, opening the fridge. I looked at her, half expecting her to say something else. She didn't. No apology, no acknowledgement of what happened, just dinner. I closed my eyes, exhaling through my nose. "I'm not hungry." She shut the fridge with a little too much force. "Are you seriously still sulking about this?" Something inside me snapped. "Sarah, do you even care what she did to me?" I asked, my voice sharper than I intended. She groaned, rubbing her temples. "God, Robert, not everything is about you." I pushed back my chair and stood up. "You know what?" I said, shaking my head. "You're right, it's not. It's about Anna, and how she made it very clear that I don't belong in her life anymore. She was just caught up in the moment," Sarah tried to argue. "She loves you, Robert, no," I cut in, "she doesn't, and maybe that's fine, maybe she never did. But I'm done pretending like I don't see it." Sarah crossed her arms. "And what does that mean?" I looked at her, really looked at her, the woman I had built a life with, the woman I thought I knew. And for the first time, I saw nothing. "It means," I said slowly, "I'm done being the fool in this family.